What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and I'm gonna help you get unstuck. All right guys, so we all know it. We've all been there. We've all been in that stuck position, whether it's in business, life, or wherever, but I wanna hone in specifically on what to do when you're feeling stuck, specifically in your business, and how to get unstuck. One thing you can do to make sure that you never get stuck is to join our Facebook group, Recruiter Empire, link in description of this video. You definitely don't want to miss this. Be there with 12,000 other recruiters, talk with me directly, join the Facebook group, you will not regret it. All right, let's get down to business about how to get unstuck. So seriously, when you're in this position, you absolutely end up realizing it once you reach like a boiling point, right? We've all been there, we've all felt this. You start to feel stagnant, slow, you don't really know what's going on. You're like, why am I not being as effective? Why am I not making progress? Why are things happening this way? So number one is understanding that you are stuck, right? You've probably heard people say a lot of the times is admitting you have a problem, right? Admitting that you're stuck and understanding, hey, I'm stuck and I know it, is the first piece to getting unstuck. Now, this second element is not exactly so important, but it is a piece of the pie. You want to try to understand why you're stuck in the first place. Reason being is because if you can figure that piece out, it'll help you in the future as to not get stuck again in that particular area. Of course, there's many different pitfalls and ways that we can get stuck, but if we can figure out why we got stuck in the first place, it's super critical that we can correct from that error and move forward. But nonetheless, it could be something super subconscious that we have no clue as to why we're stuck. Or it could be something blatantly obvious going on in your life, like a breakup or something massively happening in your life at that time and place. And you're like, oh, you start to realize that your energy is way off and that just everything is off in your life. And you're stuck because of that, right? And you know why. It's something in your life, and maybe it's just a total accident, right? It has nothing to do with you. Like perhaps it's a tragedy in the family, like who knows? But because of it, you are stuck, and at least you know why. That's key. Okay, so let's move towards the actual proactivity of getting unstuck at this point. So we figured out why we're probably stuck, or maybe we don't know why we're stuck, but at least we know we're stuck, right? That's the main point. So let's get unstuck. So get prioritized, okay? Figure out what's happening. So just like many entrepreneurs, you probably have a billion things going on at once, and they're all mixing up together. But we all have specific priorities that always rise to the top. Like if I had a list of 100 things that I have to do, which I do, I definitely know that there are at least 5 of them that are absolutely critical. Like I need to get these done to actually cash flow. I need to get these done to keep my business running. I need to get this thing done to actually grow my business and expand, right? So you know your priorities. Get your priorities in order. That is kind of step number one, taking action towards getting unstuck. When you can get your priorities in order, it clears the mind. And by clearing the mind, you get one step closer to being unstuck. This process of slowing down and taking a look at the list and taking a look at the priorities and just understanding if I just take care of these 5 things and focus on these alone and not worry about the other things that could take low priority. I can get rid of these things a month later. They don't need to be done today, but these other things do need to be done today, right? So focusing on just those things right there will get you back on track. And again, back to getting unstuck where you're thriving and driving. Also understand that your exterior environment reflects your interior environment, right? So the inside is a mirror of the outside, right? So whatever your environment looks like, whatever your office looks like, whatever your apartment and house looks like, that reflects generally what you're feeling like inside. And this has been shown over and over again. With that being said, maybe switch it up a little bit. If you're like super cluttered up in your office, clean it up, right? This will reflect and make changes up here subconsciously that will actually help you move towards flow state, right? You'll get more towards those priorities and those things will start to flow, which will help you get towards that unstuck phase where you're absolutely being productive, you're being progressive, and you're growing and thriving in your business back again. I know this is something that I've mentioned before in a previous YouTube video, but focus on the no, right? So many people operate on a yes schedule. Like they say yes to every single thing that comes their way. Hop on a phone call. Can we have a DM? Can I have an email thread with you? Can we go somewhere? Can we have lunch? This, that, and that. That all adds up, wastes a lot of your time, right? When you focus and prioritize like you did before and understand what you actually needed to do, what's important for you, you'll then understand exactly what to say no to, which is even more important than the things that you say yes to. So when you get to that point, this is gonna help you get even more unstuck. Just looking at the grand picture of what you do on a day-to-day basis, right? Let's say you get stuck on the first week of the month, right? All of a sudden, right then and there, get prioritized, like we said, declutter, understand that your exterior environment is affecting your interior, but then start saying no, right? Push things away that have no relevance to your business. Push things off that have zero importance to you making money and progress in your business and helping people. When you get yourself in this state of mind, you're going to be in flow state. So it's just gonna help you all the better to actually start making more progress. You'll get more innovative, you'll get more creative, you'll come up with new ideas, and you'll get closer and closer to being where you were 3-4 weeks ago, where you were completely unstuck and you were thriving. Now, I want to rewind a little bit because I want to point out that there's many specific reasons why people actually get stuck. And I say that with air quotes because they're actually not stuck. They're just kind of stagnant right here. And that happens for many reasons. One of them mainly being imposter syndrome or actual fear of success, which is a real thing. People can get genuinely afraid of their own capabilities, their own success, right? Like, I could never have $1 million, or I could never have an amazing, thriving business. People actually get scared of being able to do those amazing things that they actually have goals for. So they don't even set the goals, or they don't even go after them. And that's where they fall into this stuck type of position. And that's why I'm saying how to get out of it, right? But understanding that you're in imposter syndrome and it's a real thing, and you can just break right through it. If you can only understand it up here, you can bust right through that and be unstuck like instantly. So many times people simply find themselves in a stuck position because they kind of want to buy time in that space. It's a comfy zone, right? A lot of times we talk about being outside the comfort zone. That's where you're going to have the most success. It's 100% true. That's where you're going to have 100% of your success, outside the comfort zone. Being stuck is pretty much being comfy, right? Getting unstuck is uncomfortable because you have to kind of look at things and face reality and change reality, bend reality, right? And actually become unstuck and start thriving again. So ultimately, at the end of the day, it's all about understanding why you're stuck, prioritizing what needs to happen, making sure that your internal environment and your mind is right, and then going through and understanding, hey, am I really just buying myself time? Am I fearful of my own success? And then implementing things to just get unstuck and say, listen, here's reality, and I'm gonna start thriving again, because at the end of the day, I know what I was thinking, but I know what I really do need to think now. Getting yourself unstuck is really not that difficult. It's a matter of the mind, right? Ultimately, everything is a matter of the mind when you come down to it. So get your mind right, get yourself unstuck. Hopefully these points are valid to you, they resonate with you, and hopefully they help you. All right, guys, I hope you found this video valuable. If so, please smash that like button. Be sure that you're in Recruiter Empire, our Facebook group. Link in description of this video. Subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys next time.